the greatest college football coach of all time, is now an owner of an NHL team. This is The Hockey Show.
ما في وقت للعب 9-1 كونتينيو يجي نار من استوديو نطني ولا لازم تشوف.
David Drork is to my left. He works for the Hockey News. Ethan is in the other studio, and Rose is on vacation. My name is Roy Bellamy. This is The Hockey Show. Please follow us on YouTube. It's The Hockey Show DLS on TikTok, The Hockey Show 7, and on X, Instagram, and Threads, Hockey Show DLS. As I said earlier, and that's a fine. There is a new owner in the NHL. The man is no stranger to winning championships. In fact, he's won 7 national championships. That man's name is Nick Saban.
Should have won a Super Bowl or two.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but he's a minority owner of the Nashville Predators through his Dream Sports Ventures LLC. What do you think? You think he's just going to come in there and kind of raise house over here? And
I hope
over
so.
some tables?
I hope he goes in there and absolutely like Sabanizes or whatever, Alabama's, whatever he needs to do. He goes in there and he gives them the Saban way. He tells them, like on the commercials, you're not going to be showered more than 2.5 minutes and no barbecuing after whatever. Like, I want him to go in there and right the ship.
Barry Trotz does that already.
Well, it ain't working.
Yeah, they're tied for second, the worst in the league right now with Seattle.
I remember last year over the summer, we were all excited when they made all those moves to Stamkos and Marchessault, and it looks like they're loading up for another run, and no, it has not worked. So, yes, get Nick Saban in there as soon as possible if you want to fix things in Nashville.
Yeah, we kind of just forgot that they had no centers. Like we saw like Stamkos and Marchessault and Brady Shea, and then the Brady Shea contract has been really terrible. And Stamkos, boy, did that look like a good move for the Lightning. And Marchessault hasn't really worked out. And then we were like, oh, wait, they don't have a second-line center. They don't have a third-line center. They don't have a fourth-line center. This team's kind of bad. And, yeah, I mean, you can win the offseason all you want, but as we know, doesn't necessarily always translate to winning in April, May, and June. So
you went hard on that office party, didn't you?
I'm just tired, Roy.
You do
I don't
sound like
sleep
you're
a lot
in rough
anymore.
Well, you were the one telling. Did you end up going out after the office party?
We did go out after the office party. Yeah, and we had a fun time. But I mean, I wasn't out that late. Not any later than and I slept down in the Grove instead of Hollywood, so I didn't have to wake up. I got like an extra 45 minutes of sleep today, which was really nice. So
congratulations.
I'm still exhausted though.
Like an hour and a half more than I did.
I
went home early.
When I hear a young person sounding that bad, it's kind of like, man.
I don't even feel bad this morning. Like, I feel fine this morning. I'm just tired.
You look like
I'm
shit.
just tired. Well, that's great.
That's
Thanks,
a daily
David.
occurrence.
Yeah, thank you.
On Wednesday.
That's not any different from how I normally look. So.
On Wednesday, David and I went to Lone Depot Park to see the start of the build for the Winter Classic. The playing surface, they're laying things down.
The decking.
Yeah, the decking.
We learned some words. Yes.
Yeah, Bill Zito talked to the media. So did Derek King and Andrew Higgins. Derek King is the VP of hockey operations for the league, and Higgins is the senior manager for facility operations. So, they know what's going on over there.
Yes, these guys are like the Winter Classic gurus. They know everything, all the ins and outs, the ice. It's pretty cool listening to them and hearing some of the knowledge that they had.
And before I go to you on the information that you know that is going to happen for the Winter Classic, because they're making some things that are usually different from the actual regular season games at NHL rinks. Apparently, the NHL has decided to go with a former white boy rapper, now singer, Role Model. That's the name of the guy. The name of the guy's stage name is Role Model. His actual name, by the way, is Tucker Harrington Pillsbury. He's from Cape Elizabeth,
his real last
Maine.
name is Pillsbury?
Yes. He's from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. That, my friend, screams Miami.
Him and I need to connect somehow of people with odd last names, but that's an interesting one. I've never heard somebody with the last name Pillsbury.
He's also gone by the stage name Dillis, Tucker,
and Doughboy.
And St. Laurent Cowboy. St. Laurent Cowboy.
All right, resident young person, do you know who Role Model is?
Never heard of him in my life.
All right.
Well,
Never heard of him in my life.
This makes
we'll
me
see.
think of the All-Star game that we covered in Toronto, where I didn't really know who Tate McRae was when we were going up.
Yeah,
still
but
don't
you
know
should
who
know
she
who
is.
Tate
No,
McRae
well, now
is.
I know
You
who
should
she.
know
By
who
the
Tate
time we
McRae is.
left All-Star Weekend, I was well aware who Tate McRae was. So maybe I'm going to learn about Role Model around New
Tate
Year's.
McRae might be making an appearance in the show later today. Stay tuned.
Giggity.
Okay. You have any info on this build, Dave?
I sure hope so.
How is Tate McCrae showing up? Is he in the studio?
You'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
Tate McRae's a girl.
I said she.
I thought you said he. I heard he.
Did we
Is
not
he in
learn
the
anything
studio?
in Toronto, Roy?
I saw the woman. Yes. But anyway,
All right.
info.
So one of the cool things I thought was interesting, because one of the concerns, I guess, not for us, the novices, is like, how are they going to maintain the ice? They're actually going to build the ice almost twice as thick as they would at a normal NHL rink. Normally, it's like, I think, a quarter of an inch to an inch and a quarter to an inch and a half thick in a regular rink. Right. They're going to take this potentially all the way up to 2.5 inches, just so that way, if the ice does melt a little, or if it's not the way that they want it, instead of adding water to it, they're just going to shave it down. And they're going to get it down to a place where they say the players are going to be really happy with it when they practice the day before. And the other thing is they're going to start building the ice like a day or two before Christmas. That's like right now they're building the rink, the infrastructure, all that. And you're smiling about something. I'm curious. We'll find out in a second. But they're going to actually start building the ice around, I think, the 22nd, 23rd, I think, is what they said at the presser. And then from there, they're going to crank the AC up in Lone Depot Park. They're going to close all the doors, all the windows. They're going to turn that place into an ice box until they open it up for the game.
Okay. So what you're telling me is 2.5 inches is a lot.
Okay, I appreciate you holding on to that one, buddy.
I mean, for crying out loud.
It's above average for some people.
That joke was below average. I mean, what are you doing? All right, it's time for Puck Luck. It's sponsored by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. David, can we finally win some money for people?
I think we got one this week because the Panthers are playing on a Friday.
Yeah.
And we got the Panthers edge.
But they're playing Carolina.
They are playing Carolina, but that means we're getting good odds. And I'm going to go with the hottest Panther that there is right now, and that's Carter Verhaeghe. He's been ripping puck. He's been scoring goals. He's been doing everything. The dad bump is real. He has hit his over 2.5 shots line 9 of his last 10 games. And like I said, we're getting good odds because it's Carolina. So we're going to loop in Verhaeghe's shots. We're going to loop in Nathan McKinnon's over 3.5 shots, as he's hit that line, Roy, in 11 of 12 games. And Winnipeg are in the top third of the league in giving up shots on goal. We are also going to take Colorado's money line against Winnipeg to add a little bit of juice to the parlay. And finally, we're going to take Nick Robertson of the Dallas Stars over 2.5 shots on goal. He has hit that in 3 straight. No, excuse me. He hasn't gone 3 straight games all season without hitting that line, and he's missed it in 2 straight. So I got a good feeling. Anaheim also allows the 8th most shots in the league. And the odds on that parlay, Ethan, plus 531. So let's make some money today, guys.
All right, it is time for Rosa en un minuto. Take it away, Rosie.
Cambio de music. Hola hijos, este es un minuto de hockey con Rose. Esta vez nos vamos a San Luis, donde la semana fue inconsistente pero con momentos. Los Blues arrancaron mal. Forsberg decidió convertirse en la víctima favorita y les metió hat-trick en la derrota 5-2 contra Nashville. Sí, Forsberg. Pero cuando a mí me toca rip the ice, no hace nada. Pero luego, la redención defensiva, victoria 1 contra los Winnipeg con Justin Fox marcando el único gol y Joe Hofer con su tercer shutout de la temporada, partido corto, feo, pero efectivo. Y cuando parecía que se levantaba el vuelo, llegó el drama, derrota 2-1 en overtime contra los Rangers con JT Miller clavando el gol ganador. Así que los Blues cerran la semana con una victoria, 2 derrotas, defensa sólida, un día hat-tricks contra el otro y mucho sube y baja emocional. Porque los Blues nunca saben si va a sonar jazz o puro ruido. Eso fue un minuto de hockey con Rose, el resumen semanal de puck, pasión y un poquito de caos.
All right, that was Rosa en un minuto. Thank you, Rosie. And now it is time for Rose in a minute. And in her stead is Chris Cody. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, kids. This is 1 minute of hockey with Rose, and this week we're heading to St. Louis, where the week was inconsistent, but it had its moments. The Blues started off rough. Flip Forsberg decided to turn them into his favorite victim and dropped a hat trick on them in a 5-2 loss to Nashville. Yes, Forsberg, but of course when I pick him and rip the ice, he does absolutely nothing. Then came the defensive redemption, a 1-0 win over Winnipeg with Justin Falk scoring the only goal and Joel Hofer recording the 3rd shutout of the season. A short game, an ugly game, but an effective one. And just when it looked like they were taking off, the drama hit. A 2-1 overtime loss to the Rangers, and with JT Miller burying the game winner. Bergeron scored again for St. Louis, but it wasn't enough. So the Blues finished the week with 1 win and 2 losses, solid defense, one day, hat tricks against them the next, a whole lot of emotional up and downs. And this was 1 minute of hockey with Rose, your weekly recap of passion and a little bit of chaos, because with the Blues, you never know if you're going to hear jazz or just pure noise.
Music wise. That's great. Thank you, Chris.
Done.
Thank you, Chris, for that. And let's see.
Right.
At first, when you said English, I thought maybe you wanted a British accent.
No.
Good day, mate.
I would have loved
American
it.
I was
English
hoping
would
for the
be-
British
An
accent.
accent.
I mean, you can read.
Then Jenny
you
could
can
have
do it
done it.
again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the hockey stat of the week.
The hockey stat of the week.
hungover or whatever.
Hello, gentlemen. Hi, guys.
You have a hangover or something?
No, I don't have a hangover.
Bullshit.
I'm just tired.
Okay.
I would tell you if I had a hangover.
No, you wouldn't.
I 100%
actually,
I
you know
would.
what?
I
You
would
actually-
make
you
no
would tell us
secrets
all
about
the symptoms
it.
that you've ever had in your life.
I would never ever keep that a secret from you, Roy. Okay, hey. How you guys doing?
Hey.
So that Kirill Kaprizov guy up in Minnesota, he's pretty good. And now he's paired with another guy that's pretty good, Quinn Hughes, which, hey, that trade happened. That was pretty big news.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only going to get better with Quinn Hughes, and he has only been getting better. The Wild have outscored opponents 16-4 in the 3 games they've played with Quinn Hughes. They are, of course, 3-0. They are red hot, 7-2-1 in their last 10. My stat of the day comes from @DylanLaux4 on Twitter. Since entering the NHL in 2020-21, Kirill Kaprizov and Alex Ovechkin were tied for the most goals by a Russian skater in the NHL. Kaprizov has now broken that tie. He has 207 goals. He scored again last night in 354 games since entering the NHL.
So you're saying Kaprizov is going to break Ovechkin's record someday? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not necessarily saying that, David.
That's
What I
bold.
am saying is that earlier, either this year, sometime this calendar year, it could have been this season, it could have been last season, we were talking about Kaprizov, and I called him the greatest player in Wild history, and you kind of scoffed at me, David, and I haven't forgotten about that.
He always
is
remembers.
the greatest player in Wild history. I think he just recently got to second on their all-time goal-scoring list, and of course he's there for 8 more years at $17 million, so he's going to get to number 1 eventually. Great player, and only going to be better with Quinn Hughes. I can't wait to keep watching that pairing. They are electric.
All right, it's time for wins and fails of the week. It's presented by Jägermeister. Serve a code or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister, damn, that's cold. For more, visit Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. What is your win, David?
My win is a goalie win, but I think we
Of
can all
course it is.
appreciate it. Yes, thank you. We're going to go to Coral Springs, the former Florida Panthers practice facility, and that's where a tournament was going on last week. And the sons of 2 Hall of Fame goaltenders, Roberto Luongo's son and Martin Brodor's son, were going against each other in goal, and their dads were in the stand. Well, Roberto's actually, I think he's an assistant coach on the travel team, the Junior Panthers. Yeah. And then Martin Brodeur was there with his son, the Afton Americans, the St. Louis travel team. How cool is that? How random is that? That you get Martin Brodeur's son and Roberto Luongo's son, 2 of the best goaltenders to ever play in our lifetime, and their kids are going up against each other in net. I thought that was awesome.
I didn't put the video in because the video was kind of long, but it was posted on Instagram from Craig Minervini.
Yes.
Of South Florida sports legend, of course, and a great guy. Minnie was at the game posting a video where he's like, hey, look, over here is Max Brodeur, and over there is, I think his kid's name is Gianni Luongo, and up there is Marty Brodeur, and over there is Roberto Luongo. Like, just the coolest freaking thing you'll see in minor league hockey, or young, amateur hockey like that. Really
Craig
cool.
actually was there because he was reffing. He refs games. He refs
No
men's
way.
league games. He refs youth
That's
games.
amazing.
So he was there reffing games. He's like, yeah, look what I just walked out to.
That's so
so cool.
We got a large round number for Leon Draisaitl as he earned his 1,000th point with an assist on Zach Hyman's goal in Edmonton's 6-4 win over Pittsburgh. He became the first German player to reach that number. Now, it's a secondary assist, but he's got that 1,000 point. And what do you get for that? You get the puck, right? And nothing else.
Do you get like a silver stick, or is that for
And those
1,000
for
games?
No, I believe those are for games.
I don't know. I mean, he's probably going to get a watch or something.
You get your whole team pouring out on the ice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's appropriate that it came on the power play. It should have been a power play goal, but
and also we'll
This
get
is
to
the
the
best
fill
part.
in a second because that fill was pretty epic. Following the game, he took a picture with that puck that earned him that 1,000.
smoking his
Point.
way to 1,000 points. That's a hell of a shirt.
Yeah, that shirt is of him. A picture of him from his wedding reception,
Yep.
smoking a cigarette, and behind him is a tattered German flag and the words "smoking his way to 1,000 NHL points." So good for
Summer
him.
lung darts, baby.
Yeah, Ethan, what's your win?
I'm going to continue and piggyback right off this one, Roy. My win comes from the Oilers broadcast. I believe in the next game after they saw this picture, Gene Principe, who is an absolute legend. I love this guy. If you ever watch Oilers broadcasts, he is just so much fun to watch. Cigs might be back, guys. And this picture of Gene Principe proves that Cigs might be back
I don't
because
think
to
so.
start off the broadcast
Not
the
a good
next night,
situation.
here is Gene Principe with a cig in his mouth, just capitalizing
Joints,
fully
maybe.
on
Cigarettes,
the
not so
cig
much.
movement
Yeah.
in the Oilers locker room. I think there was also a picture of Vasily Podkolzin and Calvin Pickard in the locker room after, where they had unlit, we should clarify, Jeans was unlit as well, unlit cigarettes in their mouth as well. Listen, Leon
Sam Farha? Like, what are we doing here?
Leon probably needed those cigarettes after losing twice in a row in the finals to the Panthers, so it was well on him for doing that at your wedding.
With cigarettes, one team wins Stanley Cups.
Exactly.
Gene out here looking like Roger Nielsen.
He does look right.
What's your feeling of the week, David?
Well, we're going to go back to we're circulating this Oilers Leon Draisaitl. Well, we're going to go back to Draisaitl's point because he scored that point against his former goaltender Stuart Stinner. And if you look at this, there's the team celebrating, having a blast, and there's Stuart Stinner just sitting there, sweeping the crease. Just nothing's happening next to me. I told Roy, like, I would have gone for a skate. I would have gotten the hell out of there. I would not have just stood there and dealt with it. But I mean, I guess Stuart Stinner's been used to getting kind of crapped on over the last few years over what's happened with his, the Stanley Cups and everything. So this felt very sadly appropriate for the arc of Stuart Stinner over the last couple of years.
My fellow of the week goes to the New York Rangers.
The Rangers.
Yeah, you expected me to say.
Well, you also have the Penguins, no, Roy?
I also have, that too.
I was expecting you to say the Islanders.
This video, by the way, that's being played is the comeback by the San Jose Sharks. The Pittsburgh Penguins. What was I forgot what the score was. It 5-1.
It was 5-1.
4-goal deficit.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Sharks came back to win 6-5 in overtime. Ha!
How good is that Macklin Celebrini? How good is that Macklin Celebrini? He is unbelievable.
Yeah, Will Smith,
man.
too.
He made
Like,
another great play last
talent.
night.
Yeah.
He is so good. He's going to be on Team Canada. He's a lock at this point.
Yeah, that's one of my fails of the week, and that was an epic fail. So, Pittsburgh Penguins, They have been bad lately.
Yeah.
They've been really bad.
Well,
Also, the Rangers, who've also been very bad at home. And here's the reason why. This is a microcosm of their play at home. On the power play, it was a 5-on-3.
how do you give up a goal when you've got two-man advantage?
A two-man advantage. They somehow let Ryan Poling come in on a one-on-one. Igor Shesterkin makes the save but gives up a rebound, and Jackson Lacombe comes in and whacked it a couple of times before scoring. The Ducks ended up winning 4-1.
He what?
Yeah. Wow, okay. You get your
Settle down.
mind out of the gutter. Shesterkin made a mess of things as he walked out in the tunnel after the loss to his sticks. Yeah, he should be pissed.
Oh,
he should be pissed.
When you're at 5-on-3 and a guy's getting 3 whacks on rebounds and nobody's there to clean up the crease, I'd be pissed too.
The Rangers were also shut out by the Canucks the very next night. They now have 13 losses at home. They've gone 4-10-3 at Madison Square Garden. It's the second worst home record in the league behind Vancouver at the time that I wrote this, which was yesterday. Based on points gained, they have 2 more loser points than the Canucks, who are 4-10-1 at Rogers Arena. Bad situation.
No, it's not good.
Bad
It's not going to get better either. What are they going to do? Make another trade?
The JT Miller trade didn't exactly work out for them either.
No, man. Like I don't know what it. Like maybe just give it a little bit more time for Mike Sullivan to kind of let his roots take place. But
It's
I
almost
thought they were gonna be
Christmas.
better. Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, luckily they're good on the road, as proven with the win in St. Louis. So.
Well, that'll be great if they make the playoffs, because then they won't have home ice advantage, so it'll work out well.
Yeah. Ethan, what's your fail?
So we mentioned Tate McRae earlier, guys.
Yes.
Tate McRae, patron saint of Calgary, I guess you could call her. Calgary is her homeland. She's a Flames fan. She's often there. Now, the fail might, you might think, why is this a fail? Well, here's her with a picture getting a new jersey. And the reason she's getting a new jersey from the Flames mascot is because in this picture, if we can zoom in here any chance, she's wearing a Matthew Tkachuk Flames jersey to the game last night. She's wearing a great black jersey with the horse head logo for the Flames, right? But it's a Matthew Tkachuk Flames jersey, which is a fail on the Flames because Matthew Tkachuk has not played for the Flames since 2023. How have you not had one player worth getting a new jersey for Tate McRae for since you traded Matthew Tkachuk?
I mean, maybe she's such a big Flames fan that she's trolling her team. Like, look what you did to me.
Well, she is
Look
a
at
certified
the
puck
suffering.
knower. She's a certified puck
I
knower.
thought she was a Devils fan.
No, she's from Calgary.
I understand she's from Calgary. That doesn't necessarily mean that she would be a Flames fan. But I could have sworn I saw that she was a Devils fan.
Oh, well, she
maybe,
was reportedly on a date with Jack Hughes.
Oh, that's
Well,
the reason.
there were pictures of her taken on a date with Jack Hughes.
I just like the
So-
pictures of her with Harvey the Hound. I just need. Is that how Harvey always looks? Is his tongue always
I know
hanging out of
his
his mouth?
tongue's
or is
always
that just
hanging
'cause
out
of
like
Tate
my
McRae?
dumb-looking dog,
Craig
Honeybee.
McTavish over here.
And he's also got. But yeah, how do you not have somebody worth getting a new jersey for? Also, she showed up in a Jerome McGinley jersey to the Flames game
See,
before,
that's
which
appropriate.
shows she's a puck knower.
Yeah.
That doesn't
She's
mean
a puck
anything.
knower.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means something.
I mean, if she came to the Saddle Dome wearing a Lanny McDonald jersey, then that'd be a
Then
different
that's
situation.
now you're certifying her as a puck knower.
Then I'll
She's
certify
like
her as
22 years old.
Joe Newendike over here. Know your history.
Yeah.
Know your history, Gary Roberts.
Trevor
Know your
Kidd.
history. This is the last show of the calendar year, so we would like to wish you guys a happy holidays, no matter what your faith is, no matter what you believe. Just enjoy it. I want to share something personal with everybody here. If you listen to the Lovatar show, you know my wife and I have this story of Aria Hope Bellamy. And back in June of 2021, Meadowlark Media launched, the Freedom 24-hour marathon. And it was early in that marathon. I would say probably at the end of hour one when I announced to everybody that Anita was pregnant. It was going to be our fourth pregnancy. The first pregnancy was Claire. The second pregnancy did not develop. The third pregnancy ended up being a miscarriage. And the fourth was Aria. It was not a couple of weeks later that we found out that Aria had trisomy 18. As you guys know, you have 24 pairs of chromosomes, right? So with trisomy 18, the 18th pair of chromosomes came in as a triplet, and that brought about all sorts of abnormalities, and things just did not go well from that point for Aria. So we had a decision to make, right? And the laws on aborting a pregnancy in Florida were much different back then, and we were on the very last week of potentially having to abort this pregnancy. So had a tough decision to make, and we decided to go through this pregnancy, knowing the risks involved, knowing that Aria could very well have died in the middle of, one of the trimesters and given needs health, So we decided to go on, and through the grace of God, Aria decided, hey, I'm going to come out. We went full term, and it was great, and she gave us 6 days of her life to us. It was great. We hoped that she felt all the love that we could possibly give her in those 6 days before she transitioned and went with God. And her birthday was this Wednesday. It was December 17th. So today, Wednesday would have been her 4th birthday. And I think about it now because at the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital neonatal unit, they have a wall, and it's painted, and it has butterflies, And it to me, it's just symbolic of her, transforming from a caterpillar to a butterfly before she went on. And I have this paperweight here in front of me. It's blue, it's glass, it's the shape of a heart. Now this paperweight was made with Aria's ashes, and I keep it in front of me for every show here, for every hockey show, and it's my dedication to her. This show in its entire run is dedicated to her. And on her birthday, and of course a couple of days before Christmas with her passing, those 6 days I saw the toughest, bravest person I've ever met. And I celebrate her right now because I miss her and I love her so much. So Aria, thank you. And I know you're watching over me. I know you're protecting me and Anita and Claire, and I miss you. So thank you for allowing me to say this about my daughter. And we're gonna move on with the rest of the show. If you're watching on DraftKings Network, we have Brad Williams, who is going to give us an update on the Anaheim Ducks, who are basically running. Well, the Pacific Division, really. I mean, Colorado is right now running the league, but watch out for the Anaheim Ducks because they are absolutely crushing over there. So you can watch that interview on YouTube, and you can listen to it on the audio podcast. Brad Williams is coming up next.